Hello, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Sherri Simpson, and this is your August 2020 forecast. I am using John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck. Let's get started. What does Aries need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? What does Aries need to know, please? Spiritual strength. You've got a lot of support here. If this is you, then you have something that's 2, 3, 4, 5 times as big as you that is supporting you. So celebrate that you have the support, that you're not alone, that someone is taking care of you. A whole team is taking care of you. Aries, what does Aries need to know? Emotional withdrawal. I was just asking some questions about it. I wanted to know if it was in reverse. Emotional withdrawal. A lot of times, Aries, you can be very, very busy and not necessarily take some time to yourself. The emotional withdrawal tells me that if you are experiencing any fear or sadness or worry or anything like that, it's time to check in to a quiet place and just filter through those thoughts so that you're not carrying them around with you, because they can prevent you from calling in what you want, living the way that you want. They're just a heavier way to live than I think you want to be living. Movement, choices, and decisions is coming. This is a physical card. Essentially, in order for you to shift from where you are to where you want to be, you have to make a choice. So it seems like there's going to be at least a handful of really good choices and options coming up for you near the beginning of August. You really want to decide what is the best thing for you to do. For some of you, you're going to go through a little procrastination where you don't want to decide. But for some of you, the best decision is not to move forward. For some of you, the best decision is to do what your heart calls you to do. For some of you, the best decision is from a place of authority and personal power. The next card that came through for you was disruption. With the disruption card, I always feel like your body is kind of set up in boxes. So your head and your heart may not be in agreement. Your head thinks this, but your heart feels this, and they're not the same. Then your digestive system, maybe that's where you're hiding your worry. So maybe your digestive system is not where you want it to be this month. You want to find a way to create some flow between these areas of your body. Your womb is where you create things. If you're a woman, then it's where you would have birthed children if you had them. It's also where you birth projects and businesses and, crafty things. It is your creative area. And so if your creative area is not connected to your heart and it's not connected to your head, it's going to be harder to create. The other area here is your connection to the planet. This is telling me you could probably go out and spend some time near the water, and that will help you clear your mind and your energy. What else does Aries need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? Remember, this is a general reading for all Aries, sun, moon, and rising signs. Love begins. Love this. And even if you're in a relationship now, this could be a connection with a pet or a new pet. This could be a connection with a friend. Love begins is like an expansion. It's in flow. It's more money for some of you, calling in money in a way that you didn't think it was coming. So it's not necessarily love and relationship, though for some of you, definitely that's what it is. But it's definitely a shift where life feels more loving. Mental conflict. Isn't that interesting that you have all of this love and then your mind likely is coming in saying, hey, do I deserve this? Am I worthy of this? What do I have to give? What do I have to give up in order to get this? Is it going to cost me anything? So you may have some mental patterns that you need to shift through in order to allow yourself to have whatever this is. I'm laughing because it's such the human way for us to believe that we have to give up something in order to get something. We always want to barter. You are unlimited. You are living in a universe that is unlimited. Interesting that you got the deception and envy card next. So essentially, when you are in this place of, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, what do I have to give up to get that? When you're in that place, it kind of feels like a lot of crappy stuff can happen. It can feel like your car can get broken into. It can feel like something can get broken, even if it's by accident. It can feel like maybe people are talking about you behind your back. It's a mental pattern, so it's not true. Your mind may think it, but just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. I could think that the world is flat, and we know now that that's not true. So essentially, you want to be allowing yourself to filter through any old mental patterns that you've had that you know no longer serve you. Funny that the Stand Your Ground card comes up, because this is telling me that you need to stand your ground against yourself. So with your mind and your ego self, your heart and your higher self are going to say, hey, that's not true, and this isn't what we have to do in order to get what we want. So I feel like this is going to rain no matter what, but you're going to have to go through the process of clearing any mental thought patterns out. There we go. When you clear out those mental thought patterns, when you trust that you deserve and that you're very worthy and that you can have what you want, and the universe is unlimited and you can bring things in rather quickly, it's smooth sailing. This is telling me that you can have what you want in your physical experience. You got the boat moving into the sun. It's smooth sailing. It's clear water. This is positive movement forward. A big shift physically for you. Physically, I mean, some of you, yes, for health, but I mean, you're going to experience positive physical changes in your life because of shifting the mental aspects. The next card came through as the root or base chakra card. This tells me you have to be rooted and grounded in your body. You have to believe that you belong on the planet. You have to know that you have some kind of purpose here, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be on the planet right now. So essentially, you have to be in your body and be present in order for all of this good stuff to actually find you and come to you. If you're not present in your body, then the stuff that's coming kind of misses you. Obstacles and challenges. This means that things are going to be shifting and changing. We know the mental patterns have a lot to do with it. We know that you may be disconnected within your own body, and that needs to shift. What this tells me is that whatever obstacles you're experiencing, you have help. There's a lot of little orbs here. Those are great. And look at how tiny this little jump is. The obstacles and challenges are smaller than what they seem, and they're going to be easier for you to overcome. Positive movement forward, remember, so things are going to be going good. If something comes up to try to test you, decide whether you're on the right path or not. Remember, we had some movement, some choices and decisions. Essentially, when something doesn't work out, it's not that it wasn't for you, it's that your energy wasn't a match. If your energy is not a match, you can't have it. The things that you want, you don't have right now because your energy is not a match. How do you make your energy a match? In order for you to be a match to what you want, you have to know what you want feels like, and you have to participate and be present in that energy more often than not. If you've ever done a gratitude journal, you could try that. You could write down 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. You could also read through that list every single day. So over time, you're going to have more lists to choose from to read over. You want to be able to feel those emotions in your body and imagine that you're exuding this light out into the universe so that things are going to come back to you. That is how you become the energy of things that you want. The more solid and grounded you are in that new energy, the faster things can come to you. The faster the universe will deliver to you. What else does Aries need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? Throat chakra. This has come up for a couple of different signs this month. Definitely you want to be in a place where you're speaking up, you're speaking your truth. You also want to be paying very good, clear attention to how you are speaking to yourself. I want you to imagine that you are a small child, and if you hear yourself berating yourself, imagine how a small child would take that. That is how you on the inside take this battering of thoughts from you. So you need to also speak your truth from a place of speaking up really kindly and lovingly about yourself. What else does Aries need to know for the month of August 2020, please? Truth. Truth has come up quite a few times, not necessarily this card, but the idea that your mind might not be telling you the truth. And I don't want to say that your mind is lying, but your mind can have a tendency to bring up a lot of old patterns. Maybe they only happened once or twice over 35 or 40 years, and your body believes, or your mind believes, that those things are true. Just because your mind believes those things are true doesn't make them actually true. The universe is unlimited. You can manifest what you want. Doesn't matter how big or small it is. If you listen to any of the Abraham Hicks videos, Abraham Hicks believes that you can manifest a button or a castle with the exact same amount of work and energy. It does not take extra effort to manifest something bigger. As humans, we just have a tendency to believe that there's a limit to things, and we only want to take our piece of the pie. If you decide that you want the whole pie, then millions more pies will be created, because that's the way the universe works. So allow yourself to really get into the possibility of, what if this was true? What if this was true? I want you to play that what if game this month. What else does Aries need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? Crown chakra card. Definitely you want to do some energy clearing. Definitely if you can get yourself to some kind of body of water this month, I think that would really help. Even if that's a pool, maybe it's a lake, maybe it's a pond, whatever it is, see if you can actually walk or sit by it, or even put your feet in it. This is telling me that you are a part of something bigger and grander. A lot of us believe, and I'm going to go into religion a little bit here, so I apologize. A lot of us believe, and I used to believe when I was younger, that God's source universe was outside of me, that I was this little ant, and that the universe was this giant thing, and we were separate. I now believe that I am a part of universe, God source, that soul that resides within me is part of universe. So what that means is that you are also connected to universe. You are a piece of the light, just as I am. So believe and connect to something bigger than yourself. What else does Aries need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? Passion ignited. Beautiful. What is the fire in your belly? What do you want to do while you're still here on the planet? What legacy do you want to leave? What do you want people to be saying about you when you're gone? So how can you ignite this fire in your belly, this fire in your chest, so that you can fulfill your purpose and your passion in whatever days and years that you have left here? All right, last card. What does Aries need to know, please, for the month of August 2020? Sacral chakra. Goodness, you got 4 chakra cards. Your sacral chakra is the area where the womb is. So it's where a woman will grow a baby. It is also where men, women, children, anyone of all kinds, where you are birthing creative things, where you create businesses, where you create projects, where you create crafts. This is telling you to create more. So really get into the flow of creating something this month. That energy is really going to help you. Whew, that was a pretty big and good reading for you, Aries. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want the extended reading, I will pull a card for each of the 4 weeks as a clarifier. I will also pull a love, health, and money card. Then I'll pull a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual card just to give you way more clarity. Those readings are usually anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. I will also pull a card from the Archangel deck to see what the spiritual wisdom is for you this month. Thank you very much for your time and energy. If you have not subscribed, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell to be notified when new videos go live. Thank you very much.